Hi there, Catrice Jackson here, and thank you so much for playing along with my fun and interesting and hopefully enlightening and captivating video series for my upcoming 6-week message mentoring program to help you really skyrocket your confidence so that you can take the stage and be authentic and be absolutely irresistible on stage. So here we are with week number 6, the final week in this fabulous 6-week message mentoring session. And what's going to happen in week 6 is we are going to take everything that you've learned, everything that you've created, and package it and purpose it in a way that you can release it out into the world. So in week 6, you're going to learn how to create your debut for the world stage. And what's going to really happen in week 6 is that we're going to talk about how to release your plan. And when you release your plan, what you do is, what I love to do, you press play on your P spot. And you haven't heard me talk a lot about the P spot, but the P spot is that place on the stage that you stand in when you own it and you show up and you shine and you are confident and authentic in your presentation, in your talk, in your speech. And when you press play on your P spot, you first find a place of peace, and then you discover your purpose. Then you release your passion, and then you create a pleasurable experience for yourself and the audience. And last but not least, you press play on your prosperity. So I want to take just a little bit of time to talk to you about what's really going to happen in week 6 of this VIP 6-week intensive message mentoring program. And I want to start by talking to you a little bit about what is the P spot and what does that really mean when a speaker is pressing play on their P spot. Let's talk about it for a minute here. So what you'll see here is that when you press play on your P spot, that you're actually creating your platform power plays. And so as I said, you kind of start with peace, and that's where you have the ease and the confidence to be really grounded in that moment. You're totally awake, you're totally aware, you're not worrying about being afraid, you are standing in ease and grace, and you are owning that peace place that you stand in on that platform, on that stage. The second part of the P spot is your purpose, and we've talked about that just a little bit, but that's where you have compelling content. That's where you make a deep, soulful connection with the audience. And that's where you use your purpose to create the change and to be the inspiration and the transformation you want to create with those folks in your audience. And when we move on to talking about passion, that's where you bring your energy and your excitement and your enthusiasm to the talk. That's how you show people that you love your message, that you love who you are, and that you love being there in that moment with them. Don't you just love being around people who love themselves? People who love the moment, people who love life, people who just love being in a space with you. It's contagious. It makes people happy. It makes people feel good. And if you can bring that to the stage, you're going to knock that thing out of the park. So when you bring and you press play on the passion spot, you also release a little bit of your swaggerlicious that we talked about. But again, it's the love for your message. It's the pizzazz and the pulse of the vibration and the radiation that you want to send out with every single word you speak. And the next one is the pleasure zone. Now, we didn't talk a lot about this, but I believe that great speakers, create a pleasurable experience for themselves. That means they feel good. They're riding that high. They're in the vibration. They are love being there. They're jazzed up, and they feel good about their message because they know their why. They know their truth. They know their purpose. They know what they're passionate about. And so they're on the stage with no doubt, no fear. And that is a wonderful place to be in when you can stay grounded there. So they're already feeling good and creating a pleasurable moment for themselves. And you know what? That's just going to radiate out into the audience. That's going to help create that pleasurable, memorable moment and experience. And don't you just love when you go to hear somebody speak and you walk away feeling all goosebumpy, you walk away feeling inspired and empowered and ready to take action? I know that's what you want for the people sitting in the seats when you speak. And when you learn how to create pleasure for yourself and then create pleasure for the audience, oh yeah, you've pressed play on the P spot for sure. So a few more things about that is that you learn how to stimulate the audience. You learn how to inspire and empower them. And you create what I like to call an unforgettable experience. And remember, this goes back to your social capital. If you can create a moment for folks that they're talking about and they're buzzing about and they feel high, what are they going to do? They're going to go out and tell everybody they know, you got to hear this woman speak. You got to get to her next session. You got to sign up for her call or listen to her radio show or wherever it is that you're speaking. So it is so important to create pleasure for yourself and pleasure for the audience. And the last spot on the P spot is the prosperity spot. And yes, this will show you how to go from free to getting your fee. This will show you how to set your fees and get booked and get paid for what you do, and how to sell your product, how to promote yourself authentically on the stage without sounding yucky and salesy. And in week 6, that's what we're going to do. We're going to create your own authentic sales talk. We're going to teach you how to create and cash in on your social capital. I'm going to be showing you how to monetize your message and really just get paid for your value and your worth. But the other thing about